Recently, Galaxy's Edge released this Datapad phone builder case thing for your iPhone, and it might just be the most expensive phone case you can buy at a Disney park. But I have a feeling that if I'm smart about it and thrifty and crafty, I can actually turn this one kit into 3 different cases that are actually the cheapest case you can find on any Disney park. Stay tuned and find out. Hey everybody, welcome to the Dano channel. I am Dano, and about a little over a month ago, I was at Galaxy's Edge, and they had just recently released this Black Spire Outpost Datapad phone case kit that you can get for $45, $44.99 to be exact. Now you may be wondering, what the heck is a Datapad phone case? What's the deal with that? Well, back in 2019 when Galaxy's Edge opened, they had talked about the app, the Datapad app that you get from the Play Disney. You know, you can scan, hack, translate, all that kind of stuff. There were some people online, specifically Linktr.ee, who created a thing called the Datapad Builders Club. Now, in Star Wars, they wanted to use the app, but they didn't want to have their phone case just be like a normal phone case. They wanted to make it look Star Warsy. So they took a concept that's been part of Star Wars forever, kit bashing. Now, kit bashing is where you get like model tanks and you take the pieces. You don't build the model tank, but you glue them onto something. Like, that's how the Death Star was made, by gluing little bits and model kits together to make this cool, crazy textured surface. So they took that same idea of model kits and everything, and then they sat down and they could put phone cases together and glued them and painted them, and it's kind of become this neat little thing. In fact, I took it to another level. Ooh, there's a tweet on there. And I made a watch case for it. Some of you have seen my video on how to make your own Datapad watch case. Just kind of an extra way to immerse yourself in Galaxy's Edge when you go visit. So, I do want to show you real quick the website for Datapad Builders Club. So if you go to datapadbuilders.club, in the gallery you can see a lot of the tweets, and there it is, Linktr.ee saying, we had a kit bash party with enough greeblies to outfit our phone cases to look like in-use Datapads. And then they show some examples, some cool pictures of what they made. And you see a lot of other people. There's Bruce Wright. There's one right there from Bruce Wright. He made some really cool ones too. And so it kind of took off from there. And then Brian Kessinger did one. They're like the first 3 people to really do this. And there's more people who are making more Datapads. Now you can go to Etsy and find ones that people have built and buy them from other people, or you can make your own. And I definitely suggest making your own, because you can just get these model kits for like $10. I want to say these were at Hobby Lobby for probably like, I want to say they retail at $14, but you can usually get them for 40% off if you buy them on the right week. Same with any of these things. Any of the model kits will go for cheap there. And this is another good one that I made a lot of stuff from. The Blockade Runner Millennium Falcon combo. I think that's normally $30, but again, at 40% off, if you purchase it at the right week when it's on sale, because they rotate their sales all the time, you can get a good deal. And you can make your own phone case. You just go to Amazon, look up generic phone case for your phone, and make it. Or you can do like I did. If you head to a store called Five Below, now these are popping up in a lot of places. They sell these generic little hybrid cases. This is for an iPhone 12 Pro Max. They've got them sectioned off in their little, they have like a small electronics section. It's like a discount store, like a dollar store, but where everything's $5 instead of $1. And here in my area, Las Vegas, Nevada, they've been kind of a store that's been around the last year or two, well, probably 2 or 3 years. And they're not bad. You can find some decent stuff there sometimes for cheap, especially for projects like this, where you don't want to ruin your own phone case. Funny enough, the phone case I use is actually from there. This is pretty much the same case. I use a cheap $5.55 case from Five Below as my everyday case. It is what it is. But I bought 3 of them for my iPhone 12. Now, the reason why is because this Black Spire Outpost Datapad set comes with a case for an iPhone 11. So this is for people who don't want to buy the model kits, don't want to do all the work themselves. It's a generic phone case. You can see it back there. It's silver phone case and 11 greeblies. Now, greeblies are when you take those little pieces and you stick them on, you make them into greeblies, little decorations, little ornamental accents for your whatever it is you're customizing. Now, as always, let's show you guys the outside of the box and everything, and then we'll open it up and see what it's all about. So here it is. Black Spire Outpost Datapad includes iPhone case and 11 decorative pieces. You can get a good look there. At some of the pieces, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's only 8 of the pieces that you can see through the packaging, and they all do look pretty cool. They all have different shapes, different kind of colors. There's some that are more gold, some that are more brownish copper, some that are more silver, some that look like antennas. Let's take a look at the back. Black Spire Outpost Datapad includes iPhone case and 11 pieces again. Same thing. Mix and match decorative pieces to customize your own Black Spire Outpost Datapad. There's a look at all the pieces they've got. We'll take closer looks. For application, remove the paper backing and press the decorative piece firmly onto the phone case. So it's got little stickies in the back. iPhone's a trademark of Apple. Boom, boom, boom. I think it says somewhere specifically iPhone 11. I don't recall where. Oh, there it is in the front. For use with iPhone 11 mobile digital device. And so you may be thinking, hey, I don't have an iPhone 11. This is 2021. I've got a new phone or whatever. My phone's different. You know, you may have a different style case that doesn't have the same opening as this one does, the square opening. In fact, I'm using an iPhone 12 Pro Max, which is why I went to Five Below and got some for cheap. They also have cheap ones there for Android, so you're not left out. If you're an iPhone user, you can still buy this case. You just throw that out, and you keep all the greeblies. All right, so let's get this thing opened. There we go. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward, right? Inside, we've got our pieces. You can see the 8 that we saw earlier. You can see the stickers on the back, the little white stickers. Now, when we lift this top portion, and we lift the phone case out, you see the phone case is just like a silvery kind of phone case. There's some scratches on it. It looks fine, but I'm never going to use this. I bought the phone case set to just throw out the phone case. But you can see there's a couple more pieces down underneath. There you go, a little bit better of a look. A couple of those different pieces there. All right, let's pop these things out, and let's see what kind of configurations we can make using these generic phone cases that I bought. Now, for this example, I did use 3 different types of cases. One of them is called the hybrid case. One of them is like a silicone case, and one's like a macro, whatever, biome-free, doesn't carry germs on it. It doesn't matter because I'm going to hit these things with the airbrush and kind of come up with different designs and see how those all look. Okay, so first I masked one of them off and just, you know, give a little bit of a design there. It's going to be clear underneath the tape, and the sides already have a design to it. These ones that are the silicone or whatever, kind of more flexible ones, I just hit them with black first, just an opaque, water-based black. And next, I'm going to be hitting them up with a pearlized silver before I put any greeblies on top of them. All right, you can hear my air compressor down there going. My fingers are a little bit silver now, but we've got them with the first coat of that silver by Createx. And again, that is a pearlized silver. And boom, we're gonna hit another more coat. I might do another color across the top or something. I don't know, we'll see how this goes, but I'm just kind of playing around before I put any greeblies down. And I'm watching Star Wars. So, quick little update. I put the first coat of silver, and then I put a little bit of brown. I was doing some brown on the edges, and I accidentally dropped this one. It fell right out of this little thing and onto the ground, and there was a bunch of dog hair on it because there's just a carpet down here with my socks and lint and fuzzballs. And so I decided to wash it off with water, and it peeled off a lot of the paint, but I liked the texture. It kind of reminds me of carbonite a little bit. So I put more silver on it, and then I put more brown just to bring out some of those textures. And now I'm going to go back in and add more silver in the gaps. And then on this one, I added some brown around the edges. I'll put more silver just to balance that out. And then I put an orange stripe down the middle, just to see how that goes. It's actually the same orange I used on this droid right here. So we'll see if that kind of matches. And the rest will be clear. Underneath the tape should be clear, so it'll be the blue of my phone coming through. But again, we'll see how that actually all turns out. Okay, so here's one more update. You can see where the where I taped it off, and it's not the cleanest lines in the world, but honestly, I'm kind of okay with it. It's fine. It's going to go into a phone. You know, my phone's going to go in there. It's just a little white paper that goes in behind it. Next one, I did a little bit of red. Someone that was kind of with a texture on it. I actually used from the Galaxy's Edge patches. I just used that as my outline and just kind of held that in place, and then I did it again up top. You can see it kind of messed up a little bit where I did it like that, but it's fine. It's fine. And then on this one, I did the similar thing, except for I, with a card, I did it in blue, and then it was just kind of a faded blue, and I took the card the other way, and I did orange, and it gave it kind of this cool little gradient look. All right, so now I've got 3 different cases. You can see them here. I even got the cricket out, and I put some emblems on them to make them look cool. So I got like a First Order style one. I've got a Scoundrel one, and then of course I had to go with a a little bit of Star Tours. I may not even use this one with the greeblies. I might just keep that as is, because I like that a lot. I think that's actually really, really cool looking. We'll see. All right. So one thing I'm noticing right off the bat with these pieces is that they are thick. They are like stupidly thick, chunky old pieces. In fact, here is a case that I made previously using some Millennium Falcon parts and 3D printed pieces. I don't have this phone anymore, so I don't use it. But it was, again, a $10 case I got off of Amazon, glued model pieces to and painted. And it looks kind of like a, like a little Star Wars datapad thing. So when you compare how these lift up off of the back of the case, these pieces are crazy, crazy thick. So I'm going to sit here and kind of pretend and play and figure out, I don't know, a good layout for some of these pieces that I think looks good. Because I have 11 pieces, I can make 3 different cases, 2 of them with 4, and 1 of them with only 3 pieces. And we'll see how that all works out. And as you guys can see on screen, there's a lot of different combos you can try out, a lot of different things you can do. So we will see what I end up with. Okay, so here are some of the different configurations that I've got. I like this. I keep playing with them and moving stuff around because these pieces don't have to be used this way. Like, you can use this piece, which I kind of use as like an antenna. You could put that at the bottom if you want. Or I can take these, flip them upside down, and have them look like there's some kind of antenna. Maybe that goes that way on the bottom. There's so many just different combinations. If I wanted, I could do one that looked more, that was like all silver. Let's do an all silver one down here. So we'll do a first order with just all the silver pieces. And then let's take all the gold pieces and put that on another one. You know what, let's do that. Let's do that right now. Let's take this gold piece. And you can see how kind of thick and chunky these things are. They are quite big. So I'm going to put that like that. I'm going to take this. You can go over here. You, fancy little piece, can go right there. And let's see what we come up with. Maybe I changed my mind. Maybe that's not how I'm going to do it. Maybe I'm going to do it like this. Oh yeah, how about that? How about that? Can we take this, drop you, let's put you a different way. There we go. There we go. Now we're cooking. Now we are cooking. See, there's different combinations you can do with these things. And just depending on how you want to align it, really changes the look of the whole case. And I mean, if I wanted, I could do this. I could change my mind yet again. This is just using just the gold here. And I could take this, put this down, put this up here like an antenna if I want. That's kind of a cool look, a little different, something crazy. Boom, boom, kaboom. Well, can I do that up here without interfering with the logo? Nah, it covers my logo a little bit. And I don't need to keep that logo on there. I can remove it. I just thought it would be cool to have something that was kind of scoundrel related. You know? There we go. That can go up there and not interfere with the logo. That can stay at the bottom. We can take this one. Let's put it sideways like that. Let's take this one. Let's put it like this. And then let's take this piece. Again, it's going to interfere with my logo a little bit. Whatever, that's fine. You can always mix, match, change things around. I can take this and I can go, how about that goes there? This one goes up top. And then this one gets dropped right on top, kind of like a Death Star or a Star Killer. Boom, there's yet another option you can do. So I'm not going to stick these on quite yet, but I did want to show them to you. And I wanted to show you this too. Look how thick. Just look how thick these pieces are. That is a chunky, chunky piece. And again, the phone case is a little bit thicker, a little bit, but these pieces really do stick out and up. And this one looks like it's got a lot going on, and it does. But these are just very, very thick, and look at that. Look how thick and chunky that piece is. That would be the only real downfall that I think is to this set, is the fact that those pieces are so dang chunky. So another thing to worry about when you use these and when you actually do stick them on is stuff like this when you have it sticking out and above. Getting that in and out of your pocket, it's going to pull. And I'm not sure how well this sticks. I'm going to have to do it. I'm just going to have to stick one on, aren't I? I'm going to do it. I was hoping not to. I was hoping to maybe keep the pieces so I could mess around with them a little bit more, but I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to build one on this case with the Smuggler logo. I'm going to do it right now. They're going to stay on there forever, and it is what it is. So here we go. I love this piece a lot. I think this is a really cool piece. one of the better looking ones of the set. So I'm using it. I'm not going to use this piece. I like this piece with the little rebellion symbol, but it is so chunky and thick. And it already has a symbol for the scoundrel. So I'm not gonna use it this round. I feel sad saying that. This weird little L-shaped one is cool. I like this one a lot, but again, it's very thick. Very thick, and on the bottom, there's not a whole lot of details on this. So if I used it as an antenna sticking up, from the other side, you could see that it had nothing. And I don't like that, so I'm going to use that as a backing. The reason I'm not showing you is because I want you to see it as a surprise. In fact, I'm actually going to peel the sticky off. Peel the sticky. It's got one of those, like, little sticker gel goo thingies. Oh, yeah, that sticks on pretty well. Will it come off? That's a real question. Will it come off really easily? Oh, no. That is kind of hard to pull off. I like that. The quality on that's really good, actually. I wasn't sure how well it would be. I'm going to use this guy. I like this little jetpack piece, and I'm going to use it as the antenna. Because why not? Why not? I got to peel off the little back area, the little white tab. Peel that off. Oh, let's stick this on. See how it goes. Okay, I like that. I like the look of that. I like where this is going. I feel like it's so permanent with what I've done. I'm like, ooh, what have I done? I've stuck to the... It's stuck on there forever. Oh, that's a cool look. Do I use 3 or do I use 4? That's the real question. And I can't wait to surprise you guys with what this looks like. I'm going scoundrel. I want more scoundrel vibe. I am going to use... I was almost not going to use this piece, but I have to use it. I have to use it. I just worry if this backs me into a corner with any of the other cases. Does that look pretty good? That does look pretty good. Okay. It's a done deal. I'm going to take my phone out of this case, because why not? You guys get to see it in action for real. Make sure those are on there nice and firm. Take out my plastic piece. Take out my little paper that was in there from when I airbrushed it. Oh, yeah. There we go. This is my Datapad case. Very simple. Very simple. And there's case number 1. All right, let's do another case. Okay, you ready for it? Here we go. Case number 2. Boom. Right there. That's case number 2 with the Star Tours. I like that. Let's take the paper and everything out. Let's take the paper and everything out. That's kind of cool. I do like the way that looks. It's a little simple. Again, they do stick out quite a bit on the back. It feels like it does add some heft to the phone, too. The phone has never felt heavier than it does right now. So I'm going to pop my phone out of this case. Fairly simple to do. It's why I like these cases. The other thing that's nice is when you don't put any pieces on the sides, like I typically do when I kit bash myself, when you put pieces on the side, it's harder to flex these things and get your phone in and out. So it's kind of nice that it's just the back and it limits you to that. I actually like that. But there you go. My phone is actually in the case. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, I like that. I think that's pretty cool. All right, I got one more, and I got 4 pieces to put on it. All right, and for the last one, my first order phone. Boom. I kind of like the look of that. That's kind of a neat looking, a different way to go about it. Look how thick that is. Look, that's probably one of my least favorite pieces, this one right here, on account of how thick that piece is. I also opted to go kind of low on my placement of this. I could have placed it a bit higher, but then that would have stuck out a little bit more. So just kind of putting it in the pocket is just a little bit easier the lower that profile, lower it sticks out. I'm a little worried about it coming off, but it does bend. So you might end up with a bent antenna, but it does also bend back. So there's that too. Either way, I'm okay with this. So I promised you guys 3 cases. Can you do it? Can you make multiple cases? Yeah, here's the proof. Here's all 3 of them. So there you go. It is possible. I have done it. Probably the first person on here to use this kit, on all of YouTube, to use this kit and make 3 different cases. If you wanted to use fewer greeblies, you could use fewer. But you don't have to use an airbrush either like I did. But just kind of an idea. And one thing I was thinking of when I was doing this project is, what a cool way to tell your family, hey, we're going to Galaxy's Edge. Now, the hard part with that is you have to go to Galaxy's Edge to get the kit. They don't sell it anywhere else online. But if you could have someone smuggle it for you, You know, there's a lot of people who are like personal shoppers, Disney personal shoppers. Personally, I use Lisa Marie Shane, the scavenger princess. I'll put a link down to her below. She's down in Disney World, and anytime something comes out in Disney World that I'm like, well, I really, really want, like she got me a bunch of the Life Day stuff. And I just hit her up and said, this is what I'm looking for. And she let me know when it was going to be available and how much it was going to cost, of course, for a little bit of a fee. She charges for her time and efforts, which is cool. If it's something I really want, I'm willing to pay extra for it. So in this case, if I was like trying to surprise the family and say, hey, we're going to Galaxy's Edge, I got you all cool cases that I made. This is a very simple, easy way to do it that is kind of on the cheap. Yes, the case is $45 to start off with. It comes to $50 after tax. And then we've got our cases for $5.55 each at Five Below. So what are we looking at here? Let's do a little quick math. 5.55 times 3. That plus tax. Okay, so we're like $18 for the cases. Plus, let's just say 50 for the case set. So $67.98 divided by 3 cases. $22.66 is how much each one of these cases cost me. I'm not factoring in the cost of paint because I've already paid for that for other projects. But $23 a case? You can't find a case at Disney parks for less than $25. I don't believe you can. I think the cheapest is like $30. So these might actually be the 3 cheapest cases you can get for your phone from a Disney park. Kind of a stretch, but I still did it. I did it. Guys, let me know if this was useful. If you like this case, I want to know your thoughts. What do you think about this? My main feedback is the pieces are a little too thick. Look how much they stick off that thing. Are they going to stay? Yeah, I feel like they're going to stay. Ooh, they're going to stay. Ooh, they're going to stay. I dropped it. It's official. I feel like they're going to stay. I'm not worried about them popping off. And if they do, I'll just get more of that little gunky goo stuff. And yeah, you can kind of see it through the back there. And my fingerprints too. But there's a little gunky goo stuff. Let me know your thoughts. Is it a thumbs down? Is it a thumbs up? For me, I rate this set rad. Because you get so many options out of it. And there's just so much you can do if you're willing to get a little bit more creative. That's kind of the theme of Galaxy's Edge, right? It's like, it's cool if you're willing to like put in a little more effort and make it a little more creative on your own. Either way, I like it. I'm all about it. Guys, make sure you're subscribed. Leave the video a thumbs up. It helps the algorithm. It gets other people shown this video, so maybe they'll watch some other stuff here on the channel, and it definitely helps me out a ton. So, till next time, don't be a move milker. Be the spark.